Okay, guys, welcome. This is my very first video, so please be kind. My name is Tallulah Ship. I'm an avatar in Second Life. Been here for almost 10 years now. Coming up on 10 years in September. And I have a lot of hobbies in Second Life. I'm a role player. I'm an explorer. I like to blog about fashion. I like to shop. And I also love taking pictures. And I like to call this process Avatography. I don't think I'm the only person to have coined this term, but I think it's appropriate, so I use it. Today I'm going to show you my process, what I do to create the images that end up in my Flickr. And I'm just going to go through the process. This is not a tutorial by any means. If you learn something from it, awesome, that's great. But I'll describe some things as I go along and kind of explain what I'm doing. But no, this is not really meant to be a tutorial. This is just kind of a playthrough of how I create and shoot a scene. And I might show some of the editing process as well that I do, the post-processing that I do in GIMP. Okay, so as you can see here in Second Life, I have a like a platform set up to work from. Here's my avatar. I did strip her down, but she's got a Barbie-like skin underneath there. Just trying to not get in trouble with YouTube. I think that would probably be best. So I did censor everything until we get some clothing on her. And so what I do is I tend to start with just a platform in the sky. It doesn't matter really what direction. You can play around with different directions, but this one is set to west. This may come into play when I start applying wind light settings, but I haven't really memorized which direction the wind lights I tend to use, you know, what effects they have depending on what direction I face. So it's always kind of a crapshoot what I'm going to end up with, and that's fine by me. So what we have here is your basic mesh avatar. Tallulah is wearing a Maitreya body and a logo head. Both are bento enabled, so I have customized the skin quite a bit, or the shape, excuse me, the shape quite a bit. It is my own shape. Yeah, the skin is from Pink Fuel, and I've got some appliers on there to give her a nice sunny glow. And yeah, that's what we're going to start with. Let me show you guys what my inspiration was for the shoot that we're going to do. Just hop on over here and show you in yes, MS Paint. I'm just pulling MS Paint up really quick here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have a shot of Jennifer Lawrence. Yay! I'm not a huge Jennifer Lawrence fan. I just knew I wanted to do a shot of a woman sitting on a couch, and I saw this pose and I thought I really liked it. So it's something that will be inspired by and perhaps aspire to do, but won't look exactly like the picture. Yeah, she's not going to be wearing a dress, so I've already got the outfit picked out. And so it's just, I like kind of the relaxed pose, and I like using the flat foot. That'll be interesting, trying to get that angle. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's start by getting Tallulah dressed. So I have a few things put aside in my inventory. Created a folder just for today. Here's a Miss Chelsea bikini that I got for free from, I don't know, it was Famished or something like that. just a real basic one, only came in one color. So I take off the sensor tabs now. We don't need them. Which is great. And yeah, so got a nice bikini there that we can wear. I also have what is called editorial hair. Now, editorial hair is hair that implies a sort of movement. It's not like bento hair, which actually has movement. Instead, it's posed so that it looks like the wind is blowing. This is one from Pink Hustler. It's part of the Disordered Hair Gacha. I think she's actually released a newer gacha with editorial hair, but this is one of the older ones that I have, and I think it's cute. I've never used it in a shop before, so we're going to go ahead and use it today. Oh, I should probably show the nipples. Even though there are no nipples, you could see a little bit of the alpha poking through, I think. Yeah, just a little. Okay, so we got that. We're going to add some accessories. These are from Supernatural, called the Alba set. We'll just put a necklace and some earrings on. Kind of got this geometric thing going on with all the different straps on the bikini. I really like angles and bright colors and, you know, do things like that. And finally, we'll put on some heels from Rock, the lace-up heel in gold. That'll kind of tie things together. Alright, so here's our basic outfit. Now, once we have the outfit done, it's a matter of getting a set built. Now, you can go to different places in Second Life, and you can get res rights, and you can pose and shoot on different locations. You can do location shoots. I do that too. I have a few places I go to. But I also like to build my own sets if I can. There are a lot of great backdrop makers out there. Soul, Minimal, Fox City. I'm sure I'm missing somebody good, but those are my favorites. We're going to be using a backdrop from Minimal today, from the Illuminate Gacha. I've used this one before, but we're going to use it in a little bit of a different way. So you can see it's pretty big, but yeah, it's kind of like looks like a ceremonial hall from the future or something like that. We'll just kind of center it and see what we can do with this. I think these tend to show light. Oh, I did turn that off. I already edited that. That's good. I think. Wait, let me just edit linked. Yeah, it used to have light. I turned it off. Okay, good. Alright. And we need a couch, of course. So let's zoom in here. I've got a couch from Appleful called the Renee sofa. Is it gonna res? Oh, it might be because it's on a mesh item. Alright, well let's just put it down right here. And then I'll drag it into position. Oh, is it gonna res? There we go. Awesome. Okay. So let's pull that back. Sorry, my dog is acting up right now. Whenever she hears me talking, she thinks I'm distracted. And usually I am. Stop it. Lay down. Okay, so we got a couch here. Oh, do I need to lift it a little? There we go. We got that shadow underneath, even though I don't know if that'll make it into the shot. We'll make sure that it's up there enough. Okay. What else do we want to put in the shot? I've got a couple of things that I'm not sure I'm going to use yet, but one of them is because she's got this editorial hair that shows her hair blowing to the side. I've got things like an industrial fan that we could add into the picture. Oh my god, it's noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Can I turn off the sound? Let me see. No. I don't think I can. Oh, I can just turn off the fan. Which is fine because we wouldn't be able to see the motion in the picture anyway. Okay. So there, we've got a fan. know if I like the green though. It's kind of a dull green compared to the other colors. Can I tint it? I can. Make it blue? I can. That makes the whole thing blue. Let's see if we can just make the hull. There. Okay. That's not too bad. It's just for fun. We'll play with it. We'll play with it for now. I also have this tripod light. It has some interesting particles that it reses. And it does generate some light, although I think I could probably turn it off. Which I like to do because I'm kind of a control freak. I don't like to have random sources of light affecting my picture. I like to set up my own lighting. So, okay. So we can put this over here. Maybe on the other side. Another great thing that you can use to decorate your photos, give it dimension, really make it pop. Let me move Miss Tallulah out of the way. Is to add little effects to the air. There's a company, or excuse me, a creator called Ankh, A-N-C. They make all kinds of neat little particle effects that you can put in the air. Feathers, rain, dust. This one is ocean dust. I really like it. I've taken the scripts out of it already, so it shouldn't move. Let me just see if it's gonna res. There it is. Oh, now it's moving. Okay. Well, let's see if we can stop it. Scripts. Remove. Well, it's always a process, isn't it? Sometimes stuff does not want to cooperate. Oh. We're going to put it in front there. I think. Yeah, I think we need to get rid of that one. Let's see if we can get this one to work. Oh, look at that. You can stop the speed. Stop. Beautiful. We will just leave the scripts in it and that'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to leave it a little bit in front because what we'll be doing is creating like layers of dimension. So, like, there'll be a foreground, a background, a midground where the model is. So, all of those things will bring perspective into the picture. Okay. So if you're wondering about this pose stand, this is Any Pose stand. The Any Pose system is what I primarily use. I know a lot of people use it for customizing already made poses because you can tweak them in live mode. But I actually make poses from scratch. I really enjoy doing it. I have the BVH version, which is a little more expensive, but allows me to save and upload poses to Second Life so I can sell them. I haven't done that very much, but it is something I like to do, especially for friends. So I like to help them out. And yeah, so we're gonna start by moving Miss Thing into location here. Kind of hard to do with the dust in front, but here we go. Okay. So let's take a look at that picture one more time over in MS Paints. Okay. Let's get our leg up. There's a little bit of a slouch and a lean. And her arms extended. Alright, well let's take our inspiration and see where we go with it. Okay. So the Anti-Pose HUD is over here. I've already got myself selected. One thing also before we get into the pose is actual like holding the face still. I like to have everything as still as possible, as I've got particles moving in the background. Everything as still as possible because what I do is I actually do a method that I learned from Anya Omai. Check out her tutorials if you are really interested in further developing your style, because I learned a lot from her and those videos are so amazing. But what I do is I digress. And I also tell you that I freeze everything as much as possible, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the wind light setting, and I'm just going to take as many pictures as possible with the different wind light settings so that I have the same picture with different lighting again and again and again. Then I'll do a process called stacking, where I take the items and I actually open them as layers to one picture in GIMP, and then I start layering them together and stacking them and then creating special lighting effects using the different shots. But you have to have everything still in order for that to work. Otherwise the picture ends up blurry. It doesn't, the effects don't lay where you want them to. That's why I really don't like shooting with animations and stuff. So I really like building poses and staying as still as possible. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can get this pose down. If I don't talk a lot, you'll understand. I hope. Why is she not rotating? Come on. Is it just that I'm moving it so minimally? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Now, if you have any ankle lock or anything like that, you're going to want to take it off before you start posing, just because it'll mess up the the pose for the ankle, of course. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do a flat foot with a shoe on. I just realized that because she doesn't have shoes on in this. Oh, and you've been looking at a picture of her for this whole time. Sorry about that. It's my first video. Bear with me. Okay, so I'm holding her as completely still as possible, as you can see, and I'm also starting to pose her kind of awkwardly, but it's not perfect. Yeah. So I might leave the shoes on. I might take them off to get that nice flat foot effect. We'll take a look at it and see what I end up doing. Part of staying still also means that you have to freeze your facial expressions, which is pretty easy with a logo head. You just turned off the random expressions, and you know, that's pretty much it. Cat was a little bit trickier, because you have to find a expression you like and then stop it there. I do have an expression HUD that I use from Utilizator. They're the guys who do the kimono body, and they also do a few heads, one of which I have, the normie head. Not wearing it right now, but there was an additional expression HUD you can buy for 100 lindens on the marketplace. I think it's 100. And it's great. It's real basic, but I mean, you get a nice smile, or a smaller smile. You can close your eyes. I don't close them all the way with this head because I have to remove the lashes for logo, but deeply slitted I can do. Grr. You know, there's just a few poses in there. This is my O face. I could say that on YouTube. So yeah, it's just a real basic poser, and you can freeze the eyes from any pose HUD. Just put them straight forward right now, and they shouldn't move. Again, staying as still as possible. Okay. So back to posing. Oops. No, we don't want to tilt. We want to drop her down. There we go. Back her up. Okay. Now we're going to have to fold her body a little bit. You can do that from the chest, and you can do that from the center. Is that called the abdomen? Abdomen, yeah. And tilt her. Oh, that's coming along. Alright. Let's see. There we go. Now right now I have my graphics down all the way, and I am using Firestorm today, which is probably not the best idea. I've been teaching myself Black Dragon for taking photographs, but I figure, you know, that's probably a little complicated, and I don't want to lose you guys on doing stuff with that viewer. A lot of people don't even know that viewer. I just learned about it the other month from someone whose photography I admire. They told me about it. But I also use Singularity a lot. I find that something is streamlined in its UI that makes performance better when I turn the graphics up and I don't crash. Whereas something changed, I don't know what, something changed for me with Firestorm over the winter, and now I run the risk of crashing every time I go into Ultra and take a snapshot. So we'll see how it goes. I don't really know. We'll find out. But I didn't want to show you guys on Singularity either, because I really wanted to show you what most of you can use. It's just my problem, for whatever reason, that I can't use Firestorm too often. I really like adding pictures to the profile feed. So that requires Firestorm. Singularity has the feature on there, but for some reason it never uploads. I don't know why. And we're gonna tilt her head down a little bit. and move it to the side. I kind of want her looking up and to the left. That's kind of hot. Yeah, I like that. Is she back far enough? Nope. She's too small for this couch. I just wonder if I can shrink the couch. Let's find out. Ooh. It's promising. Get the any pose head out of the way. Okay. Stretch both sides. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's what I like. Okay, so hopefully she'll fit now. Oh, it's closer. It's closer. Shrink it a little bit more. It's gonna be kind of a dinky couch, but I want her to be able to sit comfortably. Okay. Oh, too low. There we go. If we arch her back a little bit, maybe? No. Let's move the whole abdomen. Okay. There's something about creating your own pose that kind of reminds me of just solving a puzzle. You know? You have to kind of troubleshoot a lot and make it work inside Second Life. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You know? But, yeah, I do what I can. Let's bring that down. Bring her arm down a little bit. Oh, too far. Oops, I got the fan. Oh, that's actually looking pretty good. Okay. So a lot of things are happening here, too. You can see there's clipping that's happening. I don't worry too much about that because I go into GIMP and I do a little bit of editing to kind of fix up those areas. It's worse, in my opinion, to have gaps than it is to have bleeding. If you have gaps, you have to fill it in with fill in nothingness. Whereas, if you have bleeding, you have source material right there to pull from. So as you can see, it's not exactly like the picture. Picture is kind of, but it's an inspiration. That's what I aim for. Let's rotate her a little. There we go. Oh, she's so ladylike. Just opening up to the world. Well, it's a swimsuit. It's not terribly graphic, I don't think. Let's tilt her a little bit. And push her forward. Again, just troubleshooting. Her arm's not going to reach the couch, though. You have to figure out something to do with that arm. You could always, have it hang out on top of her knee. That would be kind of chill. Lots of camming around. As you can see, I don't bother with camera controls. I have them over here sometimes to, like, you know, just do a quick spin. But, no, alt clicking is your friend. That's, alt and control. Okay, helps me zoom in as much as I need and rotate how I want. Her leg really doesn't look comfortable, and I can't see her other shoe, so maybe I'm gonna try and do that flat foot thing. Let's give it a look. Let's take off the shoe, flatten her feet out, and kick her leg out again. It's like way out. Oh yeah, it's definitely warping, but I might be able to work with it still. Okay. Lower her foot. Okay. Her elbow's still hovering a little bit. Okay. That's better. Yeah, bring her leg in a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. Just kind of kick it a little, make it cute. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, what is going on with her thigh? It looks so weird from this angle. Oh my god. Let me fix that. There, that looks pretty good. That looks a little more comfortable. Alright. I got that little bit on her rib that's acting up. But again, we can smooth that. It's not the end of the world. Let's do something with this arm. Do we want to do that? Doesn't quite reach. Maybe do something sultry where I put her arm up. She shaved today, right? Alright, let's do behind the head. It's kind of cute. And do that. Ooh, Tallulah. My word. Alright. So again, let's take another look at that picture. Yeah, we definitely took some liberties, but that's alright. Anything else I want to do with this pose? Her butt's on the seat. Yep. There's not as much clipping in her hip, which is good. Most of the clipping is hidden behind her leg. That's gonna make editing a cinch. Alright. Should I do something with her nails? What color should we do her nails? Maybe bright red. That could be fun. Yeah, got the primary colors going on. I like it. Alright. So now shooting. Shooting. After you pose, you have to shoot. So, in order to shoot this, and we want to get all these particles, all that fun stuff, I want to move things into the shot. You want to do this fan? Maybe. Now that I see this blue, I want to adjust it again. Maybe make it a little bit more subtle. Yeah. Let Tallulah's vividness shine through, and everything else be muted. Okay. So, one trick I learned from Anya Omai, which, bless her heart, totally changed how I shoot in Second Life, is adjusting the angle of the lens. You can do that with some shortcut keys. Pressing Control 0. Well, let me show you first what happens when you zoom in on a face without any kind of wide angle going on. So you zoom in, and it's like, you see how it does that? It's like, it like warps it. It makes your face really weird shaped. It's not attractive at all. You can change that, changing the angle, pressing Control 0 a few times. And then you have to zoom out. And look. Zoom in the face. Much better. Much better. We like that. When you zoom out enough, you can get those particles. I think I'm going to move them a little bit closer. We got to tighten up this scene a little bit. Alright. If you do want to go back to the view before, you can press Control 9. Now, you can see how far I zoomed in. But, yeah, so we'll do that again. Control 0 a few times. And there we go. Alright, cool. I have to find the right angle. I mean, that's, you know, a lot of this is a science, but finding the right angle is an art. You have to really search for it and see what you like. I know I want to go straight on because I think it's the most flattering for the way I posed her legs. Alright. Should I go low? No. Go high? Actually, just tilt her head up again. There. Oh my goodness. This is a tricky shot. But you know, I love the challenge. I love it. Keeps me doing this. I want to get the couch lined up. You can see the jaggedness if I'm not shooting straight on. There. I'm just wondering how much of that is showing up. Check my depth map. Depth map, by the way, is brilliant. It's a wind light that Anyomai developed, and you can see items that are closer to the camera are darker. What you can do is you can up the contrast on this layer, and it allows you to blur and sharpen items based on their location to the camera, their orientation to the camera. So it's a great way to cheat the depth of field, and by using just one picture as a layer and using it as source material for the rest of your picture. I don't know if that makes any sense. Again, this isn't a tutorial. Check with Anyomai's picture or tutorials. She covers this depth map method quite well. Okay, so let me go back to something that allows me to see detail again. Okay. But I want to capture more of this backdrop. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to move everything forward. Let's undo the field of vision and show the pose stand. Okay. Oh. Okay. That and that and that and that. Oops. And that. There we go. Should have everything. Okay. So let's move it out. Yep, now we can see that background, which is what I like. All right. So we're not getting any shadows yet. That's because my graphics still are not turned up. Once we do that, things are going to get really interesting. Okay. So I think it's about time for that. I'm making sure that I got the shot lined up. There, I like that. Okay. Let me pause on the video real quick and save it just in case this messes up. And I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, so we're back and we're running Singularity now because Firestorm just didn't want to cooperate. It's a little strange cropping here, forgive me. You're not able to hide things like location and linden balance in the settings like you can in Firestorm, so I had to kind of scoot the window up and hide that information from y'all. So we have here is I reposed the camera and I have my graphics. I think my graphics are turned up. Let's just double check. How are my graphics? Oh yeah, we are sitting pretty. You don't need the draw distance that high though. That'll help. Particle count's good. Objects, avatars, avatar cloth. Everything looking good. How about hardware? Yep, I've got that all sitting pretty too. Okay, great. So that's good. And then I've got object detail, the LOD, turned all the way up to 4. just how I like it. I could always crank it higher with the debug settings before. Seems to be good for me. Okay, so we were looking at wind lights, and we were talking about NAM's optimal skin and prim, which was looking okay, but that one might be a good base one, actually. Do I want to go a little bit lower? I'm not particularly set on this angle yet. And, you know, that's fine. As long as I decide on it before I start shooting. Because as soon as I start shooting, we don't want to move that camera anymore. That camera has to stay put. Yeah, I kind of, okay. I like that. Let's see. Do we want to put this on? Oh no, that's the dust. We don't want to do that. Okay. I just want to check depth map and see what we have showing up. Oh, you know, all this. No. Oh, now I can touch that. Okay. But before, main, texture. Ooh, we can change the colors. Oh, that's interesting. Ankh has such cool stuff. You can really play around with the settings and do all kinds of cool stuff. But let's put it on Pearl. Yeah, I like that. But then what also I wanted to do was turn this on real quick. Make sure it's not on full bright. Yep. That will likely affect how it shows up in depth map. Yeah, now I'm getting it. You see how things closer are darker, and that can even be tweaked, like with contrast settings, so that you get more focus. But yeah, depth map, pretty cool stuff. Okay, so again, we need to find a base wind light. I think I was liking this one. Yeah. Make sure I've got this where I want it. Let's see how that looks. You can see I've got the target resolution set pretty much the same as in Firestorm. Pretty much the same. Capturing colors. Saving to hard drive. Image isn't terribly complex. Just shy of 7 megs. You know, that's not too bad. Okay, so let's save this. And we're gonna save it to desktop, and we'll call it Avatography YouTube. Oops. Can't believe I spelled that wrong. There There we go. Okay. So we save that. Now, we're going to keep trying wind lights. See what we can come up with. Let's move this over here. Okay. I like Gwen's light quite a bit. And it's got some nice shading going on here. I like that effect. It'll be interesting to see how it combines with the base layer. So let's throw it up, see how it goes. There we go. And let's see, sometimes the Paulinas are neat. Let's take a look. Some interesting shading there. It's a little pink. That's okay. There's some great wind lights from Tor called Big Sun that have really great wash effects of color. Let's go take a peek at those. Although we're still gonna do more. Let's see. So that'll be a great one for capturing shadows. If I wanted to do that, let me check the others. No, that's not a flattering shadow. Nope. See how it does that? And that could be an interesting effect when you layer it. Kinda. Ooh, that's kinda neat. Let's see how that one turns out. And not all of these will I use. It's really a practice of finding just the right ones to combine. Oh, I like that. See, the fan shows up there. That's kind of neat. Oh, let me time it. I want to get it so that a couple of the blades are showing. There we go. Cool. What else? Now we're in Tor Dusk. That's also pretty nice. This one back here had a nice effect where it made the skin shine. That's always pretty. What else? What else? Oh, that stark backlighting looks nice. Okay. Tor Fog. This is kind of a pretty color scheme. I like that. I'm gonna save that. Great. Ooh, look what it does with the shadows back there. Oh, that's very pretty. We'll do that. I really like capturing interesting shadows. Like, it can be kind of a cool way to make the image pop. Tor Horror. Okay. Some of these might be fun. Tor Midday. No, not really feeling it. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't know why, guys. Some reason it just doesn't give me the problems that Firestorm does. I can easily maneuver through here. It's kind of odd. Tour Night. What we got? No. Tour Sci-Fi. What is this one? Nope, too bright. Sometimes the shadows are so bad for the face. So bad. Okay. No, I'm not feeling any of these. Lots of Tour Sci-Fi. Oh my goodness, just keeps going. What's this one? No. Oh, Tour Special. Some of them were too far away to see the effects. That's okay. I'm gonna go back actually. Oh, hold on. Let me because I like the lighting that's kind of sprinkled throughout there. We're gonna capture that. Okay. I was gonna take us back to more Paulina stuff, because she has these series, the Surreal series, that does these effects. Now, they look a little strange, I know, but when you layer them, they really do interesting things to the avatar. Like, you can see how it picks up the contour. It's quite interesting. I like this one. We'll see if we can play with that. How about this? Oh, nope, that's it for that. Okay. Strawberry Sing has a couple nice ones that I downloaded. I'm not feeling either of them, really. That one might make a nice base. We'll pick it up just in case. And what was the other one? Jadezilla. I don't download many, but I have a few that I use. No. I want it, like, this is pretty, but it totally takes out the colors of the piece by doing this overwhelming lilac. And I don't like that. I don't want to cancel out the pretty colors. What do I have from Brno? I like the fan position there. Oops, nope. Try that again. It's really subtle when you freeze it. I might not want to do that. Yeah, it doesn't. It's too pixelated right there. I don't like that. Anything still from the Tour series? Let's check the sunsets. We'll work from the bottom up. You notice I'm not using any point lighting in this. Sometimes I do that for my shots where I set up a prim and I create point lighting to really control the scene. But the problem with that is that it really kind of cancels out the wind light effects if it's too strong an effect. So it's kind of, it's a toss-up. I have to choose if I want to do point lighting or if I want to focus on the wind lights. Yeah. That's kind of neat. We'll do that one. This is kind of relinquishing control. I know some people go in and edit the wind lights further, but that's something I'm still practicing in Black Dragon, and I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna be kind to myself, cause yeah, I'm already having trouble with Firestorm, so we'll be kind. Okay. I think we got just about enough. Check this one. I don't think I captured the depth map yet, so we'll go back and get that. I think I already got that one. Yeah, okay, so let me get the depth map. There it is. It's interesting, why is it blurring like that? That could be fun to play with anyway. So we will save that. Okay. That's pretty much all we have to do in Second Life. So let's hop on over to GIMP and see what we can do with these items. So we open up GIMP here, and what we're doing is going to open from the desktop. Okay, so there we've got, oh, you don't actually see the pop-up, but I wonder if I can show that to you guys somehow. Okay, so there's the list of pictures that we took. So what we'll do is we'll open the first one. Alright, so we got that base image, and from there we're actually going to open the rest of the images as layers. So you can see here. Oh, it's not going to show you that window. I have to do another one. I'm still learning OBS too, so it's yeah, it's been fun. There. Okay. So then take these, hold down Shift. So we got 12 images. We're going to open those all as layers. It'll take a second, but it's faster than opening separate images, and you got them all on one canvas. So, okay, cool. If I can show you... Yeah, it's just not showing you all the windows that are involved in GIMP. That's kind of annoying. Because I want to show you like the toolbars and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be showing. Anyway, when you're working in GIMP, you can actually pull up the layers. You'll get like a layer dock. I wonder if I can somehow... Single window mode. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, okay, okay. Okay, that's a little odd, but we can make it work. Okay, so open it up like that. Beautiful. So you can see that we've got all the layers here. We're viewing all of them at once, which is just showing me the depth map, which is on the very top. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of all of them. We're going to go all the way down to the very first one. There we go. So here we've got the first image. And, okay. So what we can do is we can take one image at a time, and it just takes practice. It takes practice. You take one. We're going to find, I like this one. This one has got some interesting lighting going on. What we'll do is we'll highlight the layer. And then what you're going to do is go up to the mode. Mode right now is on normal, which means it's just a normal layer. So if I decrease the opacity, you would start to see it kind of, you know, subtly blending through on the picture. But that's not the one I usually use. There are three that I usually use. I use screen, which is for capturing the light elements, multiply for capturing the dark elements, and overlay, which, I don't know, it's just some magic wand. I freaking love it. We're going to check out overlay and see what happens. So you can see what it did is it brought some of that pink in. It added that nice shadow to the couch. It's just, it's really cool. I love the kind of dimension it does to the skin. Now we're not going to leave it on 100%. We're going to kind of scoot it down a little bit because we want to be subtle. I like that though. That looks nice. Now this one had the cool shadows behind it on the wall. I'm wondering if multiply will allow me to show those. Let's take a look. No, not multiply. Let me check screen. Screen, you can kind of see them. They're kind of showing. It lightens everything up though. And yeah, I'm not sure what I feel about that. Because I kind of like the dark, like really making her skin pop. I like that. Now we had this one. This one's rather interesting, and I'm just going to see what happens when we overlay it. You see what it does? It does really cool things to affect the skin. You zoom in, you can see it's a rather cool effect. You don't want it at 100% either because it looks drawn. It looks a little odd. But we can decrease it and see what we think at like 35. It's kind of cool. Go even lower. 15. 15. It's neat. I like what it does there. I like what it does to the shin. It's very cool. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. You gotta think on that. I'm not dead set on it. see what else we can do. This one has some cool lighting. Let's see what happens when we do screen. It's kind of picking up the light on the couch cushions. What happens if we change it to overlay? No. Multiply? Too dark. Screen. Alright. Can also move the layers. Change the order. Sometimes that affects how things look too. What's this one? Oh, this one was kind of cool. Like the colors. What about this? Oh, we had the really stark lighting on that one. Let's see if we overlay it. Beautiful. Love that. You get the nice shadow from the fan. I like that a lot. Let's decrease it just slightly. Very cool. That's the depth map. Don't need that. Do we want to use that one as well? I do like more of that fan shadow. I really do. Sucker for it. Let's try screen. Multiply. Yeah, it's just not going to show up the way I like. Really, that looks pretty good. Anything else we want to do? I'm not really keen on that. That was the Strawberry Sing one, though. I was thinking about using as a base prim, but I kind of like the one we're using. It's turning out pretty good. Oh yeah, this is that Paulina one that I put on low. Let's zoom in and see what it's doing here. That's a little sketchy. I don't know if I like that as much as what it does to the shin. It kind of makes the skin splotchy. Maybe I'm not feeling it. No, I'm not. And what you can do is if you really just, you know you're not going to use a layer, just get rid of it. Then you remember. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Like this was the Strawberry Sing one. Right? Yeah. We're not going to use that one either. There is this one. Got this cool shine right there. Let me see what I can do with that. Yeah, see, it's picking up that shine. That's kind of cool. Too much? Might be too much. Let's see if I can put it on screen. I like that better. Lots of toggling. Lots of toggling. Drop it down to 25. Can't really see that shine anymore. It just kind of makes it purple. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of it. I didn't like that one. Did I like Gwen's light? Overlay. Drop it down. No, I'm not feeling that either. You can see we're quickly eliminating choices. That one's got some interesting shadows. I like the blue. Let's see if we can do an overlay on that. Do I like that or not? It's hard to say. I kind of like what it does to the columns. Drop it to 60. Let's check a screen. Oh, the screen is kind of cool. That really brings out the blue. Drop it a little bit more. All trial and error, guys. Trial and error. Go up to 50. Let's zoom in. We'll leave it for now. Not really sure yet. Let's check the others. No, I don't like that. And okay, so I'm still not sure about this layer. Actually, I think I like it. Yes. We're going to reduce it a little bit more. There. Yeah. Okay. And then we've got the depth map. Let me show you how this works, guys. So, highlight the layer, and then go to color, go brightness and contrast. Really bump up that contrast. Bump it up. Great. You pick up all these things. Oh, we're gonna go there. There we go. So now we've got this layer, which is all black. You can see all of the black there. Okay. Go to color picker. And we are just going to, saying select transparent areas. Threshold of 15, I think, should be good. Let's check it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So if you get rid of the depth map now, you can see a selection remains. I've got all these things in the foreground that are selected. What I can do is hit Control I. That'll reverse the selection. Invert it. And then we can add a little bit of blur. Just a little bit. And a couple more layers. Let's see. Blur, blur, blur. Just want to blur the back a little bit. Just a little. Okay. Invert it again. Go to Filters, Enhance, Sharpen. Now I usually like to do about sharpness of 40. Oh, I just realized I was working on the wrong layer. Let's try that again. Okay. So let's merge visible layers. Okay, great. So then invert, blur, and slowly starting to blur. Okay. Let's invert it again. And enhance, sharpen. Cool. Okay. So that's gonna give us a basic image to start with. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and do some touch-ups. Because I know we're gonna do some. We're gonna need to do some. Like right here. It's been bothering me since we started shooting. So let's grab. Where's my blur tool, my smudge tool? Where are you hiding? You down underneath here somewhere? Smudge. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna do this. It's not a perfect science, but just enough that it doesn't bother me anymore. Just enough that it's got a natural curve. Just like that. Oh, that's too much with the couch. There we go. Okay. That's not bad. Smooth that also, just a little bit. Go over here. Take a look. Up, up, up. Ah, there's another problem area. Zoom in. And get nice and close. Nice and close. Hardness is 10. And drag. Simple as that. Just getting all the way down to the pixels. You can barely tell. Yep. Great. Zoom in on the face again. Now we've got these interesting lines. Do we like them? I don't think we do. I don't feel good about that. Let's take care of it. Go to smudge tool again. Make it small. Let's zoom in even more. Okay. 2, 3. Nice and easy. Make it nice and smooth. There we go. That's pretty. A little bit of shading where the ear starts. I'm going to blend that just a little. Just to make sure the ear doesn't look detached. Alright, let's zoom out again. Yeah, that's much better. Well, we got some more of it at the arm here. I'll do that too. I don't like that. Hey, sometimes you have to do a little bit of touching up. Smudge tool is your friend. Smudge tool is your friend. And it just takes practice. Takes a good eye and takes practice. You don't want to smudge too much, especially if you've already applied sharpen, because that'll make it stand out more. But you can blend the colors a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. looks pretty good. Yep. Okay. Little areas like this, we'll make sure that the joints are smooth where the body folds. That looks nice. You can fix the hairline a little bit because you can see how, mesh hair sometimes doesn't fit right. You have to wear hair bases. This time I didn't wear a hair base because sometimes you just create your own hair base. You can just take good old smudge tool again. Let's knock it down to just like 2 or 3 pixel size. 2 is good. And just fan it in. Fan it in. Tug, tug, tug. Just pull it into the scalp just like that. It's not perfect, but looks a little more natural. Just having that straight line. Now the head would curve back here, so we're not going to touch that up too much. Just make it a little darker because it's in the land of shadow. There. There's a little pixelated, but it's not bad. We are zoomed out a little bit, so yeah. And you can do a little bit to really make the eyes pop too. Like you can do dodge and burn. What I do is I first darken the eyeball. Burn shadows. You set the size again. 2 is good. We're just going to darken that. Really make the pupil dark. The outside, don't have to worry about that. Just make that pupil really dark, and then switch to highlights and dodge. And let's make that highlight pop. Make it pop. Nope, I don't like the orange. Let's take that out. There we go. Okay. Pretty. Anything else? I was worried about this bikini. Like, I don't like that pixel right there. That pixel right there. I don't like it. We're gonna get rid of it. There we go. I like that. It's much better. Okay. So this is just about done. There are a couple things we can do still to play around with the image a little bit. One of the things being color balance. This is another touch and go thing. You just have to see what exactly you want to tweak. Do I want to bring out the blues? That too much? I want to keep that flesh tone. Maybe make the shadows darker blue. Like that. Boost the yellow in the highlights. Make that hair really sparkle. Nope, that's too red. And that's too cyan. So we're not going to do that. Making that yellow go up though, it's kind of nice. No. More blue? No. More cyan? Yes. And let's just check the difference. Before? After. Yes, I like those blues. That's very nice. We can also change the saturation. I want to boost the saturation on the blue. A little more on the cyan. Let's remove the red a little bit. Down, down, down. Oh. Just takes practice. Darken it a little bit. See how that looks. Before. After. Yes. Okay. And then you can change the brightness and contrast of the overall picture. Do I want to do that this time? I'll up the contrast just a little bit. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah. No. Wait. Let's do it just a little bit. 5. Okay. One other thing you can do, if you guys really want to capture an animation and you want to make it look nice and slick without doing this layer stacking, you can do soft glow, which I find has a nice effect on one layer at a time. And I don't know how it'll look this time. Yeah, I don't really like it. Kind of washes it out this time. I've done so much work on this image already, I don't think I want to do that. But it's a nice effect if you just have one picture. Soft glow is nice to mess with. You want to keep the setting pretty low on brightness, sometimes between 15% to 35% is pretty good. Glow radius of 10 is pretty standard. It'll look alright. And then of course make sure you turn the sharpness all the way up. Sometimes it's around 0.8. I always yoink it all the way up. But we're not going to use soft glow on this picture. This is just about done. Is there anything else I want to do? Sometimes I can do what is it? Apply canvas? Which one do I use? It kind of gives it this cartoon look. Is it cartoon? Maybe it is cartoon. Probably. Yeah. Which can be fun. Yeah, turn the percent of black all the way down. Yeah. Just knock it just a little. Let's do 17. I mean, that can be fun. It's just an option. But I like keeping it pretty subtle if I use it. I don't know if I'm going to use it this time out. Yeah. I'm also not liking what I did with the color balance there. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Let's go back. Where did I go wrong? With hue and saturation, that's where. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's keep that. It's just not always perfect, guys. Not always. It takes practice. Do that. You guys are probably watching this going, what are you doing? But, you know. You can do things like knock the cyan up, the blue. How about the yellow? good. All right. What happens now if I do contrast? Let's just check. Yeah, that's alright. It's alright. Digging it. Whoops. Alright. So, I'm going to actually crop this image so that it's 16 by 9. Why 16 by 9? 16 by 9 is actually the dimensions commonly used in Second Life viewers for profile pics. So it may distort it when you open it. It usually defaults to 2 by 1, but I really like having it look nice and crisp without zooming in. I just do. So that's why I do 16 by 9 if I want to use this in my profile pics. Or if somebody special does want to include a picture of me, that would be nice of them. Okay, so let's just see here. Do I want it zoomed out that far? No, let's bring it in tighter. Tighter. Alright. Image. Crop to selection. Yeah, okay. Okay. I always do that. I hit it too much. There we go. What is the size of this picture? Right now we're at 3213 by 1807. And we're going to change that just so that it's ready to be uploaded to Second Life. 20 by 48 width is the maximum. That knocks it to 1152. Lovely. Okay. So that's the finished image. Look at that. So hide the docs here. And there we go. There we go, guys. That is the image we made today. Not terribly big. Yeah, so let's just end there. I think that's a good place to end. I'm just gonna end up uploading this to Flickr, and hopefully you guys know how to do that already. So we'll just call that a day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys learned a few things, a few tricks. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. And I'd be happy to answer them. I got nothing else to do. Of course I'm going to read the comments. And yeah, it's not perfect. It's, you know, I still am on a learning curve. I'm still learning every day from the talented photographers in Second Life who post on Flickr all the time. Thank you guys so much for being a huge inspiration to me, and I will keep on keeping on. And I suggest you guys do too. Always perfect your craft. Practice, practice, practice. And yeah, I'll see you around. Thanks again for watching. Bye.